Everyone who's ever met the Forman family loves the Forman family. In fact, if you meet someone who says that they don't like the Formans, they are liars. The Formans are some of the best people that I know. I've had the privilege of being one of Andy's best friends for the last 10 years. My wife and I are so close to Andy and Rachel. We just love them. And I'll never forget the interaction I had with Andy the day we found out that they were having their first son. And then getting the phone call from him the day that Kyle was born was just this beautiful moment that's forever burned into my mind. I remember Andy calling with tears in his eyes, and he said, "Jason, he was born and he's beautiful and he's perfect, and yet there was a lot of complications in the delivery and he has a lot of challenges ahead of him." And I remember crying with him and feeling the pain of what he was going to carry. The doctors even told Andy and Rachel that Kyle wouldn't live to be 1, and he made it 9 amazing, impacting years. I mean, Kyle impacted my life in lots of ways. I'm sure you have stories, I have stories. I remember being with Andy the day we were having lunch. We had Kyle with us, and Rachel showed up and she had glasses for Kyle, his first glasses. And I'll never forget her putting them on his eyes, and his eyes, it seemed like they opened up and they were able to see all the things that he had been hearing, now he could see in clarity. It was this beautiful moment as he was able to look into the eyes of his mom and dad who had loved him so much and had spoken so many words of love and affirmation over him. It was just this beautiful moment. Kyle's impacted my life. I'm sure he's impacted yours. I know the Forman family has invested in so many of us, and I think this is an opportunity for us to show our love back to them in a tangible kind of way. Now, Andy said to me, he goes, "Look, we don't like flowers. In fact, they make us itch. We're kind of allergic to the outdoors. So in lieu of flowers, I had this idea. What would it look like if all of us did something small, but collectively we did something big to show the family how much we love them?" And so here's what I'm asking you to do. In lieu of flowers, let's all make a donation today to the Forman family in memory of Kyle and how much we love him. And let's do this together for one of 3 different reasons. The first reason is this: Kyle died relatively unexpectedly. And when that happens, there's a ton of cost associated with it. There's the cost of the burial, the land, the casket, all those things that kind of come at you all at once. And I would love to help lift the burden off of the family in this way. The second thing is this. Andy said to me a while back, something I kind of tucked away. He said that we've wanted to save money and tuck aside money for our little girls, but the problem is so much of our money's gone to care for Kyle for the last 9 years. I think it'd be amazing if we were able to collectively give and help start a college fund or do something for the little girls. The third way is a way that I'm most personally passionate about. I know Andy and Rachel very well, and they would never ask for this, but one of the things I know is that Andy and Rachel, because of Kyle, haven't had more than 2 nights away as just the 2 of them in the 9 years that Kyle's been alive. We can do something about that. Beyond that, I think it'd be amazing if we raised more than enough money to send them away for a vacation, and then they sent them and their girls away. Let's send them to Disney World or Disneyland, or just let's send them to both. I mean, let's create some space where they can reflect and they can remember Kyle's life and they can relax and come together as a family. I think it would be beautiful. Look, you and I were never meant to carry the burdens of this life alone. Andy and Rachel have carried a tremendous burden as they've carried Kyle through these last 9 years, but they weren't meant to do it alone. And I think one of the ways that we can help lift the burden, one of the ways that we can help them and show them God's love in a tangible kind of way is not to send flowers, but we can send money. And I'm gonna ask you to do this. Would you send a donation today? And as you give, write a little note to Andy and Rachel. I'll make sure they see all the notes to remind them of how much they are loved, how much Kyle is loved, and how much we thank them and we believe in them. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you investing in this amazing family and helping to lift this burden. We love you, Kyle.